Today I'm going to change a clutch on a BSA 125 Bantam. Okay, I'm just going to I'll take this off a bike. I've taken the gear selector and the kickstart off. I'm just going to get the cover screws off. You'll find an impact driver really handy for this job. You can get them for about 30 or 40 quid off the net, because sometimes the screws on these old machines are really tight, and you'll struggle with a regular screwdriver to get them out. Right, let's just pop these off. All the screws are out now. Now I have to take the casing off. Sometimes this casing can be a bit of a job to get off because they've been on there for 40 or 50 years. So you have to sort of sometimes very quite lightly with a copper hammer with the leather end it. Just give it a very light tap all the way around the machine, and then you can just get your fingernails in where the seam is, and just don't whatever you do, don't ever use a screwdriver, because steel on aluminium doesn't go well. Right, you just pop that off, and there's your clutch. I've already taken the primary chain off this particular machine, so the first thing we've got to do is just take the screws with the casing off the top, off of there, and remove this casing here, put that to one side, and then we have to put our clutch compressor on there. I'm just going to get my clutch compressor ready here. You can buy these off of eBay. They're about 25 or 30 quid, or maybe sometimes even less. They're absolutely essential bit of kit if you want to get the clutch off successfully. I'll just quickly take the arms off here. What I tend to do, I tend to get the clutch compressor and place it right in the middle of the clutch there, so I can centralise it quite nicely, then put the arms on afterwards. After you've compressed the clutch down, you eventually get a screwdriver in it, and you can pop the circlip out of there, undo, you can pop that out of there, and then your clutch will come away. You can just take the plates out. Okay, then we're all set to put the clutch back in the machine now. Okie dokie everyone, we're ready to put the clutch back into the machine. We've got our clutch plates, we've got a top plate there, and well, first thing you've got to do is with the clutch retaining plate, you've got to load. It makes it easy for you if you just load the cups into these with the springs, turn it upside down like that, and because if you try to load them up upside down, it makes it so much easier than doing it the right way. I'll just sort of show you the little trick that I come across. Just pop those all in there, and then get your top plate and put it on like so, like that. Then you've got to turn it the other way around. Then you can put it into the clutch, into the machine. If you're trying to balance these one by one with the springs, it all falls to pieces. It's a complete mess. Alrighty, okay, we're all set to put it back into the machine. Okay then people, well the sequence is we go clutch, then we go blank, get a blank in there, go another clutch, we go blank, if I'll just find my way in there, clutch, then we go top plate and springs. And just gently, this is the tricky bit, this is when they fall out on you. You have to be quite, I hope it doesn't fall apart on me and make me look stupid on the video. Oh, that's popped in there quite nicely. Okie dokie, yeah. Then you're all set to compress the springs with your clutch compressor. Okay, I'm going to use my clutch compressing tool. You can get these off of eBay, they're about 30 quid. Absolutely essential bit of kit with these. Ordinarily you should really take the primary chain off to do this, but I'm just a cheek. I'm going to just blag it without it. Now I've got the clutch compressor in place, and as central as I can, I'm just going to start wind her up and see how we go. Right, just going to start winding her down, trying to keep her as central as we can. It's the kind of tricky bit. Oh, she's going down quite nicely. Right. You might have to. Sometimes you might have to sort of tap her back into place, like here. I have to give it a little tap. Yep, there she's down. So, okay, we compressed the clutch down far enough past the groove where the circlip sits. You better sort of run your finger in there, and you better feel it there. So that's all set for the circlip to go back in. Right, I'm just going to check that I've got the circlip actually in the groove. That seems pretty nice. You can actually help yourself. You can go around and just very, very lightly with a screwdriver, just or chisel, very, very lightly, and a copper hammer. Just tap these little chappies back in there. Really good. The last thing you want is the circlip coming out when it's coming out, when it's moving, because otherwise you're going to end up with a mess. All the springs and the top plate all get mangled. That's a complete disaster. Right, another thing I'm going to do, I'm going to just have a little tap on the top there, just to so the springs, just to loosen the springs, just in case one has gone slightly out of whack. Just a very light tap all the way around. It's nice. Right, here comes the moment of truth. I'm going to release the clutch compressor, and hopefully the clutch will be retained by the circlip. Now I've taken the clutch compressor off, I'm just going to give it a very light tap to make sure that this circlip is completely in, because as I said before, if they come out, that's a disaster. Right, nice little tap. That seems to all in there nicely. Right, I'm just going to, we're all set now, and just put the top plate back in there. Right, all we need now to do is to put the top plate, what's it all about? Put the side cover on here. I'll put a little bit of sort of sealant around there to make up the gasket. If I can find it. Right, pop that on there. You go 1, 2, 5 bolts or screws in there, and obviously put your kickstart and your gear changer back on there, and that is how to do a BSA Bantam D1 clutch. Okie dokie. Obviously you're going to have to remember to put some oil in this when you get it back up right after you tighten it all up, and always remember people, life's better on a Bantam.